What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. Welcome back to Catfish Motorsports. Now, if we look way back for my 7 subscribers about a year ago, the very first video I did that actually got any real traction was a video where I was showing how to get rubber from drag racing or doing burnouts off the back of your car. I was just using a combination of some penetrating fluid and some engine degreaser and then washing the car like normal. Works. I've done it forever. But I got 2 overwhelming comments. The first one was to use bug and tar remover. Everybody actually suggested a Rain-X. They were out of that at my local parts store, but we do have some Mother's Speed bug and tar remover here, so we're gonna give that a shot. The other one, a bit more interesting, was some variation of, well, back in the day, NASCAR crews used to spray cooking spray over all the surfaces, and then it would just wipe off when they were done racing. So we've got some PAM here. So we're gonna do an A/B test as best we can. I've cleaned the car off, it's about as clean as it gets. You know, I'm not the most diligent about cleaning my car all the time, and it's white paint, so especially back here, it is a little dingy even when clean. There's some rock chips here and there. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna spray this quarter panel down with PAM and then leave it there. The other quarter panel, I'm not gonna do anything to. Then we're gonna go hit the drag strip. My local drag strip is having its normal Saturday bracket race, so we're gonna go hit that. Tomorrow, I'm gonna come out and hopefully we're just gonna wipe this side off without putting anything on it, and we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see how right the old heads are on that. On the other side, we're gonna use this bug and tar remover and see how well that cleans the one that we did not treat with cooking spray. Before we hit the road here, we're gonna spray down this whole panel with PAM. I could have got the Dollar General brand, but I wanted this test to be as conclusive as possible, so we went name brand on them, and we'll see how that works. Let's hit the track. All right, it's the next day. We're back. We went racing, didn't win. We did manage to get the rear quarters good and rubbery. Funny enough, the PAM side doesn't seem like it got as much on it. I don't know if that's because it was sloughing some of it off because of the spray, or if just naturally the limited slip was spinning one tire more than the other one. Not sure. All right, so here's the plan. We've got our Mother's bug and tar remover here. It says you're supposed to spray it on and let it sit for a little while to, you know, work its magic or whatever. So we're gonna spray this on, and while it's working its foaming action, then we're gonna go over to the PAM side and play with it, and we'll come back and wipe this one off afterwards. I don't know if you're supposed to shake it or not. I just reflexively shake spray bottles. All right, that's good and saturated. We'll switch over to the other side. All right, so in theory, this side is just gonna wipe off. I can actually still see some of the spray sticking to it, so we got a shot here. There's nothing else on it other than the PAM I put on it, you know, 24 hours ago. Hopefully this works. Well, it's smearing around. I don't know if we're gonna get away without putting anything on it, but compared to how much work it is to just clean it off, you know, if you're normally using car wash, if you sprayed this on and then wash the car or just spray a little bit of glass cleaner on it or something like that, I bet it'll work. I'm gonna keep trying for a second with a new rag. Well, I gotta tell you, that does work. The only problem is it tends to streak some, so you have to continuously switch the side of the rag you're using. But if you came out here and used a little bit of basic cleaner on top of it, I think that would work just fine. Got to give the old heads credit here. A little bit of cooking spray before you go racing, it works. So this is just glass cleaner. I'm going to spray it on there and get these streaks off. Oh yeah. Victory. All right, now for the Mother's bug and tar remover side. Let's see if this is any easier. It is coming off, but there are much bigger chunks that had stuck to this side. Again, I cannot claim for 100% certain that is the PAM, because, you know, anytime you do a burnout, you know, you're probably not going to get exactly the same amount of rubber thrown on both sides, so that might just be because of that. It also might not be. The PAM might have stopped the bigger chunks from sticking to it. This is working, but it's still leaving some chunks that I'm gonna have to fight. It does great in the areas that you just had a little bit, like all the way up here. It knocks those right off. It's just these bigger chunks. And you might be able to do better with a sponge or, you know, a rag that's slightly more aggressive. Reapply. You know, other than repeating the test with the sides flip-flopped, which is the only thing I could think to do to make this more scientific, and just do it a few more times. But right now, with one application, I'd say Pam's probably the winner here. I mean, I've worked about as hard equal sides with the rag, and you know, you can see that we've still got chunks sticking to it. Basic degreaser. Now with this, because it probably says somewhere on it that you shouldn't use it on paint, I'm gonna clean it off with glass cleaner and just water right after this. So I've done this a bunch of times, I'm not really concerned about it, but do use it at your own risk. That's gonna do it for this one. Quarter panels on both sides are now clean. I do gotta say, there seems to be a clear winner on this one. And oddly enough, it's the cooking spray. I got both sides, but I did have to expend a heck of a lot more sweat equity to get the side that didn't have the cooking spray on and just had the mothers on it. I think the next time I go racing, before I go, I'm gonna spray each quarter panel down with cooking spray, because I don't like to work hard, and this made it a lot easier to clean up. Well, I learned something. I hope you guys did too. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.